else? How about after 60? You know, since I'm nearing that, you're nearing that. What happens after 60, lad?
After each puberty? Well,
yeah.
What happens after pubescence? Well, the loss of contrast is one of the things we do see. People have the ability or the inability to determine gradations in grays, or again, in pastels is the thing we see frequently. Going from dark to light or light to dark becomes a challenge. You may notice that going into tunnels. Back in New England, we had that problem. And going on bridges, when there were large bridges, you had a loss of vision or a transient blur. The difficulty we're having nowadays is people have a tendency of walking across the street against traffic, actually in the wrong locations crossing the street. And before we used to get tickets for that, nowadays we don't. So we have patients who are looking straight ahead, oncoming headlights hit them, they look to the right, the white line on the side of the road. In the process of doing that, if someone walks across on the other side, the left, they miss it and they can hit them. So we have a lot of pedestrian accidents that way nowadays, more so than before. People wearing darker clothes nowadays, very dark clothes at nighttime. And again, I was driving down 41 in Sarasota area, actually from Venice going back to Port Charlotte to Northport, and the guy wearing a black shirt, white shirt, black jacket, and black pants, right in the middle of the street, hitchhiking in the middle of the road. I got in the left-hand lane, he got right in front of me again. And called the police on him, of course, and he was drunk as a skunk and out in left field. And a lot of people out there are crazy, so you have to make sure that you're paying attention. If you have to look way to the side of the road instead of straight ahead on oncoming headlights.
All right, I'm gonna give you a hot seat question.
Yes, sir.
And you can answer it or not. Is there an age where people shouldn't be driving because of their eyes?
Not really. No. The ability to see is actually not dependent upon age. It's how you take care of yourself. How you take care of yourself. Did you take your vitamins? Did you stay healthy? Did you not smoke? Because smoking accelerates macular degeneration significantly. I mean, a significant change. We have new vitamins now, actually, which can reverse, not reverse, but they protect and they lower the pressure to for glaucoma. We never had that before. I mean, just taking blueberries, you know, if you want to eat on a regular basis.
The antioxidants, yeah.
Antioxidants.
Dr. Joe, when you talk about smoking, you're talking essentially cigarettes, inhaling?
Anything.
Really?
Smoking Crayolas. I mean,
Tom,
carbon monoxide is an issue.
I'm trying to get off the hook.
I know, Tom, and it's not going to happen. Our cigars are harmful to our eyes. Good morning. Oh, yes. How are you this morning, Kokomo? Hey, Mark, the other thing is we're going to move you up from a pig to a buffalo. You think that might be too easy? Okay. All right. Hey, thanks, Mark. See you later.
Too kind, thank you.
Kokomo Flash, as he's called in our neighborhood. And Tommy's biggest supporter of doing the weather. Right?
Yes, he is. Essentially.
We're with Dr. Joe Spadafora, Community Eye Center. And, you know, Tommy just brought up the point about different smoke causes different things in your eyes. You know, I mean, the different types of smoke. You can be standing over burning leaves.
Yes.
And that smoke's going to harm your eyes.
Correct.
So it's not just cigars, pipes.
Well, according to the federal government, 1 cigar a month for 10 months out of the year is considered a regular smoker, just like a pack a day.
Oh, I don't do that.
Now say
10 cigars a year.
10 cigars a year.
Is a smoker.
Is a smoker?
Is a smoker, officially by the federal government.
Good grief.
And the question they have in the new studies is, do you smoke? What do you smoke? How often do you smoke? They want to know this. Because everybody is self-contributory to their own health. This is where they can say, look, you're guilty of problems.
Yeah.
That's...
and like myself, when I treat a family member, I have to charge them, otherwise I'm guilty of Medicare fraud.
Yeah.
My 20-year-old kid, if I don't treat him and charge him like a regular patient,
Right.
that's Medicare fraud. That's my shop. It's crazy. But they try to look for any rules so that you say, well, look, this doctor is guilty of this crime.
Yeah.
No, it's not that case at all. Tobacco causes problems. So does burning paper.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the carbon monoxide is the issue as far as, you know, affecting the ability to carry oxygen in your bloodstream.
Right.
You know, the nicotine cancer is a separate issue, laryngeal cancer is a separate issue, chewing tobacco is a separate issue.
How about a mechanic working in a garage, a closed-in garage in the wintertime up in New England, where the car's running and the
Right.
carbon dioxide from the exhaust gets in his face? I heard
Carbon monoxide, very
Yeah,
dangerous,
yeah.
yes.
And I've heard that one before, so it's. You
Again,
get-
go back to the frylator.
Yeah.
If you work at a frylator or you drive a diesel machine or you're a diesel mechanic, you get a 10% greater risk of having lung cancer, just because of the occupational exposure.
Really?
I think that island out there in Valley is looking better all the time, don't you think? Get away from all this environmental stuff.
Tommy, they're not gonna take the cigar out of your hand, trust me.
Yeah, really.
You'll be smoking a cigar out in Valley and everybody else in the neighborhood would be complaining about you.
You may have to grow on your own though, that's the
Yeah.
problem.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Although, you know, you wonder about the kosher cigars, where they take so much care in keeping the stuff, the impurities out of the cigars. They boil the water to get the impurities out of the water before they use the water on the leaves to moisten them. And the crop is pristine, and that's what they're worried about because they're kosher cigars. And
And when you get tobacco and you actually first get it off the plant, it only has 2 carcinogens in it. But as they mature, like the Cuban tobacco, after the 2 years of aging it has before they actually make it into a cigar, it has 50 different carcinogens.
But see, that's the difference with these cigars. They're aged for 6 years on the pallets, not 2 or 3, which is, the normal is 5 to age on the pallet, the leaves are. But they use, and I think he said that with the leaves being grown in the soil with no fertilizers, pesticides, or anything else, which Cuba uses, because they want to flood the market with cigars. And that's why they only last 2 years on the pallet instead of 5 or 6. And that's where the carcinogens come from, is from all the other stuff they put on it. The water, they don't boil the water to get the impurities of the water. Third world country, just think of all the different kinds of stuff that's in their water. Their drinking water, their well water, you know, their groundwater. And that's,
Never thought of that. Very good, excellent. You taught me, sir. I appreciate this.
although, Senior Solomon, where did our thing go, Tommy?
I don't know.
Oh, there it is, right there in the middle. It was fascinating listening to him about what they do to take care of their tobacco leaves. It was kind of interesting, but that's another subject. But it does, your vision is affected by almost everything in daily life.
Correct.
I mean, I found out that the sunscreen I'm now using, when it gets into my eyes at night, it's painful.
Yes.
And you know, I use baby shampoo day and night, every day, to rub my eyes down. And then I open them and do the lids and everything else, and it helps.
Right.
But if I didn't do that, would my eyes be crusty and cake over and not?
Frequently there's crustiness because of my obiang gland secretions at the lid margin. Basically the glands secrete some bad stuff. So by using baby shampoo or some sort of tea tree soap, that will wash and kill some of the little creatures which are present there and make you more comfortable.
Where do you get tea tree soap?
Most health food stores have it.
Okay.
And it's the creature that lives in our lid margin is called Demodex, it's a little body mite.
Yeah.
And demo means lard, so it's a lard insect, and it lives on the lard excreting glands or fat excreting glands there. And the tea tree soap has a tendency of killing it. At 20 years of age, 4% of the people have it. At 65 years of age, 80% have it.
When you're talking tea tree, you're talking about...
Tea.
like
It's
tea-
actually a melaleuca tree, which is kind of disgusting.
okay.
It's a benefit for them now.
So it's TEA tree?
TEA tree.
Tea
soap.
tree soap.
It's about $4 a bar. It used to be $3, but every time I mention it, it goes up in price. I hate to
Yeah,
say that, but
perhaps.
it's true.
Now,
Yeah.
will it sting the eyes if it gets in there?
It's not that bad.
Okay.
I've been using it myself, and I'm actually quite surprised.
Okay. I'll get some today then.
Using my entire body, and actually I had less itchiness. I had no idea that we have these little body mites.
That's interesting. Sorry to gross people out at this hour of the morning that you got all these body mites going on, but you do.
Well, overall, just trying to preventive medicine. What can we do to protect ourselves? And that is, like in Florida, we need sunglasses. In Florida, we use baby shampoo to keep our lids clean, and tea tree soap now is more beneficial as far as taking care of other aspects of our eye lids and our margins. If you have cataract formation, have a hard time driving at night, difficulty with contrast, get your tail in, get examined, get taken care of.
What about computers? We got a break right now. Let's come back and talk about computer and eye strain.
Very good.
All right.